Hi, thanks for joining me. Today's Pilates workout is going to focus on hip mobility. We'll do a lot of exercises in different ranges of motion for our hips, and we'll focus on hip strengthening as well. So let's start by pulling our abs in here from your belly button around to your low back. Feel abs pulling in, tightening the waist. Also support from underneath. Have even weight on the balls and heels of your feet. So 50-50 weight distribution to start with our side step. Step out to one side and step to the other side. You can add an arm swing to create some more fluidity in your upper body, and breathe and combine your breath with your movement. Cover the length of your mat as you jump side to side. In today's workout, we'll do between 5 to 10 reps of every exercise, and I will present some modifications so that you have something to choose from to see what you like best for today. Let's do 5 more, and 4, 3, 2, and ending up in the end of the mat. Squeeze your legs together in parallel. Bend your knees and lean forward. Pull your abs in. Let's make a fist in front of the chest and pull the chest towards the hands. Imagine you're standing inside of a square. Take your left leg, tap the outside edge of your square, bring it in, and then the back left corner of your square and bring it in. That's 1. Let's do 8 and 2 and 2. Pull your abs in, and 3 and back corner and out to the side and back corner. We've got 4 more to go, and 4. Supporting your body weight with your right leg, and 3. Pressing down through that right foot, tightening into the back of the glute, and 1 more time. And back corner. Stay low. We are switching to the right leg, out to the right side of the square, and then back corner for 1 and 2. Lift your belly button into your low back, and 3, and breathe, and 4. We're keeping our hips square, 5, and 6. Lower you go, the harder it is, 7. And last one for 8, and 8. Standing up, we're gonna go into an exercise called hip airplane. Start here, reach your arms out to the side, bend your knees slightly. We're gonna take the right leg straight out behind us as we go into a T position. From here, rotate your right hip up towards the ceiling. Bring it back square, and then swing your leg through and up to your chest. That's 1, let's do 5. Bring the leg out behind you, lift your leg up using the back of the leg, rotate your hip to the ceiling, square, and bring it up to your chest. Reaching it out, hold in balance, rotate, return, and upright. We've got 2 more to go. This exercise differentiates between square and rotated pelvis, which we'll use later on in another exercise. Let's do last one. Standing leg is working in these. Rotate, square, and lift. Switching to the other leg, pull your abs in, press down through your standing foot, and let's start with both legs slightly bent. Take your left leg out behind you and hold in balance. Rotate your left hip towards the ceiling, square it out, and then bring it through up to your chest for 1. And reach it out. This balance exercise is tricky because we're challenging our hip position as our legs extended out behind us. Let's do 2 more times. Reach it out, rotate, return, swing that leg through. Keep your tailbone stable when your leg comes into your chest. 1 more time, rotate, return, and lift. Done with that one. Let's start here at the end of the mat for a roll down into a stretch. Have your feet a little wider than hip distance apart. Bend your knees a little bit and look straight ahead. Now pull your abs in and tilt your chin down. Stretch the back of your neck. Start rolling down to your mat. Once you're all the way down, bend your right leg a little more than your left and take your hands around to your right side. Hold and stretch. We're stretching through the left leg and hip. Let the head hang heavy and pull your abs in. Good stretch through the left side of the body and the left leg. We are switching it. Bend the left leg, take your hands over to the left side and straighten out your right leg. Let your head hang heavy. Pull your belly button into your low back. Hold and stretch. Have even weight distribution on your feet. And come center. Walk right out into your plank position, supporting in your plank with your abs and your glutes, squeezing. Bring your feet together. We're going to do heel raises, so lift your heels up, lower your heels down, maintaining your straight line from your head to heels. That's 3 and 4. Maintain the shape of your plank. 5. We're going to do 10. 6. Shoulders, wrists, and ankles moving. 7 and 8. 9. Last one, and 10. Bend your elbows lower right down onto the mat. Extend your legs out straight and press your hip bones into the mat by squeezing your glutes. Tuck your pelvis under a little bit. Now extend your arms out straight and lift your chest up so that your low rib cage is grounded to the mat. Here is our start position for our heel beats and extension. Pull your abs in, bring your arms long by your sides with your palms facing your body, then lift your legs just slightly off the floor. Beat your heels together in a turned out leg position. So let's go with 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2, 2, 3. Keep this pattern going with your legs. Keep the heels beating, the pelvis tucked under, abs pulling in, and reach long through your feet and your fingers. Now keep your heel beats going and reach your arms out to a T position. So we're still going beat, beat, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep it going. Lift your abs off the mat, reach your chest forward. These get harder and harder. So the next modification for our arms will be overhead. So reach your arms straight overhead and keep going with your heels. 1, 2, 3. If you're starting to feel it in your low back, lower your legs closer to the floor. We've got 10 more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. We did it. That was a lot of work for our back. Sit right back onto your heels. Let your knees open if you like, or have them together, either one. But sit back, take your hands over to the right, stretch through your left side, and then take your hands over to the left and stretch through your right side. And coming center. That was our warm-up. We're going to start the workout with a hundreds modification. So we're taking the hundreds from the Pilates Classic Mat Series. We're changing it just a little bit to work on back stability. So roll back onto your mat and start here by squeezing your legs together with your legs bent, and then take your hands behind your head and lift up to an upper ab curl. Anchor your low back into the mat and extend your right leg out straight so it's hovering about 30, 20 degrees off the floor. It's straight and tight and your back is flat. Reach your arms out parallel. We're going to do 50 of these arm beats. Inhale, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. Keep your back flat and exhale, 3, 4, 5. Roll up high and exhale. And inhale, keep your upper body still as you beat the arms, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. This is our last set like this, and exhale. Now, take your hands behind your head, roll up a little higher, and switch your leg position. We're doing 50 more. If your neck is tired, keep your hands here. If not, reach your arms long and inhale. And exhale, 4, 5, and keep your back flat on the mat. And exhale, 3, 4, 5, and looking down at your abdominals. And exhale, watching them pull in as you inhale and exhale, 3, 4, 5, and last one. And exhale, 3, 4, 5. Roll up a little bit higher and then lower down. Fold one at a time, your legs into your chest, and hold onto the back of your thighs. Tilt your chin down. Keep your legs bent and roll right up to your balance point position. So balance point, tuck your tailbone under. So you're in a precarious position here with tailbone tucked under. It's hard to balance. Then roll right back down, keeping your head and shoulders lifted. Exhale to roll back up again. This is a C curve in the spine. Maintain your C curve as you roll down and as you return. So keep on doing that modification if you like that. If you want more challenge, squeeze your legs together and reach out to your bent leg teaser position. Lower down, straighten the legs out, maintain C curve as you lift up. We're doing 5 more. 5 and 4 Tailbone tucks under to roll down and to lift. That's 3 and 2. And last one, coming up. Hold on your knees, roll right down to the mat. We are going into crisscross. Take both hands behind your head, extend your left leg out straight, and rotate towards your right knee. Switch the position on your exhale. Inhale to pass through center. Exhale to rotate. That's 1 and 2. 8 sets. 3, reach long through your leg, and 4 and 5. Stay lifted and twist the ribs while the hips stay stable. 7 and one more time. 8. Bend both legs in and rolling down. Now we're going to combine our hamstring stretch and ab work doing scissors and then a scissors modification. Start by bending both legs in towards your chest. Hold on your knees, abs in, tilt your chin down and lift up. Take your right leg, reach it up to the ceiling. Hold on close to your ankle or as high as you can. Extend your left leg out straight. If your hamstrings are tight, your position might look like this in your lifted leg, which is fine. Just maintain that shape as you switch legs. We're going to pulse for 1, 2. Inhale, switch. Exhale, stretch. 1, 2. Inhale, exhale. 1, 2. For 6 sets. 1, 2. So that's 2 and 3. We're stretching our legs. 3 and working our abs. 4 and 4 and 5. We have to work really hard for this stretch. And one more time. And 6 and 6. Switch it and hold. Here we are. Right leg is lifted. Now take your left hand, hold onto your right leg, but take your right hand and put it behind your head. So we're in a rotated scissors position, and now switch it for 6 sets. So switch and switch. That's 1 and 2. On this one, lift your free leg while you're still holding on to your bent leg because it helps with low back stability into the mat. And switch, switch. 2 more sets. And last one. And switch. Bend the knees in, lower down, rock side to side. Hold on to the back of the legs, roll right up. Now we're doing another modification from Pilates Classic Mat Series. I love this exercise because we're going to hinge back in a neutral spine position supported with our abs. So start with your legs out straight and your back lifted. If you need to bend your legs to have your back lifted, that's fine. Just make sure you're sitting up tall off your sit bones. Take your hands behind your head, pull your abs in tightly, lean back as far as you can go in neutral spine, and then round your spine to roll all the way to the mat. Once you're here, one at a time, bend your legs in, hold onto your thighs, tilt your chin down, and roll back up. We're only going to do 5 of these. So hands behind the head, lift off your sit bones and hinge back, round your spine, roll down. One at a time, bend legs in, hold onto the thighs, and roll up. Let's keep going here. We've got 3 more. The reason that we bend the legs in one at a time when we're on the mat is to protect the low back. So one at a time, pulling in around the spine and roll it up. Sit up tall, lift up, and then round your spine to roll down. One at a time, legs bend in. And last one. Sit up tall, round the spine, rolling down. And one at a time, fold your legs in and rolling right up. Let's go into a mermaid side stretch. Legs in a Z-sit position. Lift up and stretch over to one side and stretch over to the other side. We're going to do 5 of these, so that's 2. Lengthen up to stretch over. In these, it's not about how far you bend over, it's about how lengthened your spine is as you bend. So lift up and stretch and support with your abdominals. Keep your neck long. Feels so good. And one more time. And stretch. And stretch. We're going to switch our legs the other way. And 5 more times. So stretching over to one side and stretch to the other for 1. And 2. I love doing side stretching and side bending of the spine. It's so important to work in that range. And side bend one more time. side, and side. Let's keep our legs out to the side. I have my legs out to the right side, so let's have our legs out to the right. This is a long series here. We're going to work our glutes. So first thing, rotate over your left knee and then lower down to the mat as you straighten your right leg out long. Bring it back behind you so you feel the back of your leg tight. Then bend your right leg as you come back up. Let's do 8 of these to set this up. So we're going to rock the body down, right leg is straight and behind us, then bend the right leg to come up. Rotate your body enough that it's rotated, but not so much that your low back feels tight. So find how far you want to rotate to the left. Keep a neutral spine and light in your arms. Where this is a hip hinge, we're hinging on our left hip, the hip that's on the floor. We're going to do 2 more. Hinge and return. We're working right here on the glute. Last one, now stay here. From this position, you're going to bend your right leg to 90 degrees. You can take your left elbow, you can put your elbow on the floor, that's fine. You want your spine long here, you're going to pulse that leg back. That's 2 and 3 for 10 times. 4, 5, keep your hip long. 6, 7, hip is reaching away from your rib cage. 9, 10. Now hold it here bent. Keep your leg back as far as it can be. You get a stretch in your front of your hip. Now lift your leg up and down for 1 and 2, 3. We're still working our glutes. 4 and 5, 6 and 7. Find a range where this stays in your leg and doesn't go too much into your side and your back. Now hold here and we're going to do a combination. Push your leg back and front and then go down up and back and down up. That's 2. Just 5 of these. 3, down up, and 4. This is our grand finale on this one. And 5 and down. Good. So we've done that set. Now rotate onto your left knee and come into a 3-point position. The first 5 of these are going to be a hip hinge. So extend your right leg out long, square out your hips. As you bend your elbows, you're going to shift your hips back. Your leg will move up and then shift your hips forward to return. Your body is like a seesaw, a straight line from your head to your feet. That's 2. This is our first 5 of these. 3, we don't have very much weight in our arms. 4, body moves like a seesaw, straight line, abs in. 5. For the next 5, keep your shoulders over your hands. So you're going to bend your elbows. You're still doing your seesaw, but now it feels more like a push-up. 2 and 3. We have our hips square. This is thinking back to that first exercise we did, or one of the first ones in our exercise series today where we were working on hip airplane. This one is a square hip exercise. Now, move your leg to the left and look at it, and then move it to the right and look at it. Let's do 5 of these tail wags. We're moving our spines side to side. Let your rib cage shift side to side. That's 3 and 4. And last one for 5 and 5. Now take your right leg, fold it behind your left leg, and then sit back. Your front knee, it's going to come off the mat. That's fine. We're just sitting back into a nice hip stretch, and that's our reward for that really long set that we just did. Hold here for a moment. Enjoy. And coming up, we're doing the whole set on the other side. So now we have our legs out to the left. We're going to start here, rotate over the right leg. Bend your arms, straighten your left leg out behind you, move it back as far as it can go, and then bend it to come back up. For 1, let's do 8 of these. And 2, and 3. Rotated neutral position of the spine. 4, and 5, and 6. Straight leg moves behind you as far as you can go to fire up the back of the leg. 7, one more time, and 8. Now come down and stay there. You can have both hands on the floor. You can have one elbow down, but bend your left leg to 90 degrees and pulse it back. 1, 2, 3. Work the glute. 5 and 6. Pull abs in. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Keep your leg pushed behind you and now lift it up and down for 1 and 2. I love this series. 3, 4, because I love that feeling of working the glutes on the sides. 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Now let's do our combination. We're gonna push back once and then go down, up once. That's 1 and 2, and down, up. Push it back and down, up. Push it back, down, up. Last one, push it back, down, up. We did it. Let's rotate. Put your right knee on the mat. Extend your left leg out straight. You're in a 3-point position. Hips are square. We're going to start here with our push-up, shifting the hips back as you bend your arms and shift the hips forward as you return. Hips are square. And 2. Pull your abs in. We're doing 5 of these. And 3. And 4. And 5. Hips move back. Hips move forward. Now keep your shoulders over your hands and do more like a push-up. As you bend your arms, keep the shoulders traveling down over the hands and return. We're still in a straight line, head to foot, and that's 2. And 3. And 4. And one more time, and 5. Tail wag, move your leg to the left and look at it. Move your straight leg to the right and look at it for 5 times. 1 and 2. And 3. Let the ribs move side to side. Keep shoulders right over hands and hip right over knee. Last one. Now fold that left leg behind the right. You're going to sit back into a great stretch. Let that right knee come off. Stretching, enjoy. And coming up onto a 4-point position. Now we're going to move into an elephant, or called down dog in yoga. But in Pilates on the Reformer, we call it an elephant. So let's shift back into this position here, reaching down through your heels. Pull abs in, and we're going to do a single leg. So take your left foot center, and then reach your right leg straight up to the ceiling. Here's our start position. As you shift your shoulders forward over your hands, you're going to bend that right knee in between your elbows, and then lift up to your start position. That's 1 and 2. Let's do 5. As your leg bends in, pull your abs in and keep your tailbone still. Try not to let it get pulled under as you bend your leg in. And 5. Lift and hold. We're switching. Right leg down, left leg lifted. Let's do hips square in this exercise. Shift shoulders forward, bend the leg between the elbows and lift it up for 1. And 2. Lift. And 3. And 4, so we're stretching and working, and 5, and lift. Come right down. Let's do a hip stretch, and then we'll do one more modification of that exercise. With your legs out to the left, reach your left arm forward, your right arm back. We're gonna do 3 of these stretches. Look right over your palm, press your hips forward as you arch back and stretch for 1. Hip stretch and extending our spines, and 2, and one more time, lift up and stretch, and down. Let's switch our legs the other way. Now our legs are out to the right. We've got left hand back, right arm reaching. Look straight over your palm and keep your gaze right over your palm as you extend back. So you lift your chest up instead of cranking your head back to create that extension or that arching in your upper back. That's 2. And one more time. Lift up and stretch, and lower. We're going back to our elephant for one more modification here. Another single leg modification. So let's start in the elephant position. Feet together, spine long, shoulders down, abs in. Reach your right leg up to the ceiling, and then shift forward and bend your right leg to your right elbow, your left, your right, and then lift back up. So we're gonna do a tick-tock leg pattern. So go right, left, right, and lift back up to your stretch position, hips square. And right, left, right, and shift it back. That's 3. We'll do 5. In this exercise, your hips are rotating, ribs are staying pretty still. One more time, right, left, right, lift it up. All right, let's switch. Left leg lifted, find your start position, square hips, abs in, shift it forward. Left, right, left, lift up and stretch. And left, right, left, and lift up. As you hold your plank position, feel your abs lifting into your spine and tighten your standing leg. Last two, left, right, left. Lift it up. Left, right, left. Lift up and stretch. And lowering down to the mat. Moving on to a side lying position, we're going to move into a little bit of ab work and some more leg work. And so lying down onto your side, I've got a series of 3 for you. We'll do 8 of each of these things. Be in a long line, rest your head on your arm, lengthen out through your feet, stack your hips one on top of the other. Your top hand is on the mat for balance. Lift both legs up and down for 8 and 7 and 6. Legs are pressing together. 5 and neck is relaxed. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up and hold. Now just your bottom leg will lower and then it meets your top leg for 8 and 7. Reach through your feet. 6, 5, pull your abs in. 4, breathing. 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Now we're going to scissor front back for 1 and 2. Keep your hips stacked right, one on top of the other. 3, 4, and 5, 6. Reach long. 7 and 8. From here, we are going into a side plank series on our elbow. So you can be legs bent and lift up. And if that feels good, try that one. You can be legs stacked, one on top of the other, and lift up. If that feels good, do that one. Reach your arm up to the ceiling. We're going to do a leg arc for tap it forward, tap it back. 8 sets. 2, keep your shoulders connected down your back as you hold your side plank. That's 4. We've got 4 more. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Lower down, tuck your legs in, lift your arm up and stretch over to the side. Feels good to stretch your side after doing all that work. Now rotate on your diagonal and round your back. So your hand is moving one way, your low back is pulling the other way. We're going for a stretch in the side of the low back. Good. We're going to the other side. Lying down, extend your legs out straight, rest your head on your arm, top hand for balance, abs in. Let's lift for 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and hold. Bottom leg lowers and meets the top for 1 and 2. Reach long through your feet. Reach long through that top foot so that your hip crest is moving away from your ribs. Last one, and lift. Now scissors front back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep your neck relaxed. 6, 7, 8. Coming up to your desired plank position. Legs can be bent or straight. Set up by sliding your shoulders down and pull your abs in. Lift up to your plank position and start. Arm reaches up, bottom elbow pressing down. Tap it forward, tap it back for 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and last one and 8. Lower down, lift up. We're going to our side stretch. So tuck your legs in, lift your arm up and stretch over. And then round on the diagonal and reach long. Stretching your low back. Coming up. Now we're going to move on to an exercise called Thread the Needle. It's from the Pilates Classic mat. This is a little bit of a modification to that one. When you have your legs scissored to start, have your top leg in front of your bottom leg. Have your feet flexed so that you're on the sides of your feet and reach. I've got my legs out to the right. I've got my arm out to the right. My shoulders are down. Lift up and push back. Weight onto your feet as you reach and thread the needle, and then come right back to a light landing. That's 1. Let's do 5. Lift up, abs in, press back, and 2. And 3, reach back, and light landing. So we transfer our weight back onto our legs, and 4, and one more time. Lift up, and 5, and return. To transition to the other side, we're going to do from Pilates Classic mat, hip circles. Start lying on the mat. We're going to take our left leg and reach it up towards the ceiling. Straighten it out if you can, or have it slightly bent. But whatever shape you choose, keep it that shape as you do your hip circle. Press your right leg, your arms, and your head back into the mat for stability. Take your left leg, circle across your body on your inhale. Exhale, circle it up. 1. We'll go 4 times. And 2, keep your hips still on the mat. Really work your abs to help keep the hips from rocking side to side. And lift. Let's go the other way. We're going to open to the side. Exhale, lift it up. 1. And 2. Press your right leg and your arms and your head into the floor for stability. Pull your abs in and circle that leg around. That was 4. We're switching to the other leg up. So left leg will be grounded on the mat. Right leg, lift it up. Find your start position. Press your left leg, arms, and head into the floor. Inhale, circle across your body. Exhale, bring it up. 1. This circle is more like an oval, and there's an emphasis on the lift. Circle it across and lift. Let's go the other way. Inhale, open, exhale, and lift it up. 1. Keep the back of the hips evenly weighted into the floor. 2. Abs in. Press through your left leg. 3. And 4. Fold your legs into your chest. Roll up. Let's do thread the needle on the other side. So we're going to have our legs out to the left, our left leg forward of our right, feet flexed, right hand on the mat, left arm reaching, pull your abs in, lift up and thread the needle as you push your weight back into your feet and return 1. Let's do 5 and 2. I love this modification because we're moving through so many planes of motion. 4 and 1 more, and 5 and down. We'll finish today with a roll up. We'll start with a bent leg roll up modification and finish with the classic roll up. Bent leg roll up, legs are bent. Sit up tall. We're going to start in a neutral spine with the arms reaching out parallel. Ground your heels to the floor. Tuck your tailbone under as you exhale and roll back, reaching long through your fingers. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Exhale, arms reach forward. Tilt your chin down, peel your spine off the mat. You can hold onto your thighs to help you lift up, but do roll through your spine and start back up in neutral. Let's do 1 more like this. We're going to do 5 roll downs total. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, arms reach forward. Tilt the chin down and rolling up. For classic, let's do legs straight, turned out, squeezing together. Reach hands and feet one way and the ribs the other way. And keep your legs anchored to the mat as you roll down on your exhale. Reach long, inhale. Exhale, arms reach forward, peel your spine off the mat, rolling 1 vertebra at a time. Up and over. Imagine there's a beach ball there and you're not going to touch it with the front of your body. Roll it down on your exhale. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, rolling it up. 1 more time. Exhale to roll down. Legs are anchored into the mat. Reach and stretch. And rolling up to start. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that your hips are feeling mobilized after that workout, and I hope to see you again.